You are listening to One Happy Podcast, episode 91. You know, a lot of people played a huge part in this being an awesome trip to Aruba, so I just want to take a minute to thank some of those people before we get started. I know I'm going to forget some people, so please forgive me if I do, but I just want to thank Marlene and Jan. I want to thank Amal and Peter. I want to thank Frank and Patricia and Christina and the rest of the Playa Linda family. Of course, I want to thank Sherry. Just so many people. I want to thank Perry and his family, everybody that we came in contact with, Ray, all the comedians down there, Tony Woods. I'm going to hit you up for an interview. It was an awesome time, an awesome trip. I hope you enjoy this podcast. Bon dia and welcome to One Happy Podcast, the officially unofficial podcast of the island of Aruba. As always, I'm your host, Curtis Robinson, a.k.a. Aruba Kurt.
And I'm back again to hang with you for a little while. I'm Maggie.
And that is Maggie, and we're here to give the conclusion of our three-part series on our July trip to Aruba, which just concluded a little over a week ago. So, Maggie, you all set to relive those memories?
Relive the memories and start counting down to the next trip.
That's always the best part, is planning out your next trip to Aruba. So I guess the way we'll do this is we'll just go day by day.
Okay.
You know, so we'll start from the beginning and we'll just go through and say everything that we did, you know, everything that we can remember that we did. Sound like a plan?
Sounds good to me.
Cool. So we'll start off with Friday. So on Friday we had to work that day, which sucks. But you're always looking forward to your to clocking out so that you can begin your adventure. So I lasted until noon.
And I got a great surprise because my store manager let me leave at 3:30.
Yeah, so we were able to get on the road at a halfway decent hour. Never early enough. But we were able to leave probably around, 7 o'clock?
Yeah.
7:30.
Still wasn't early enough.
No, it's not early enough, but, I mean, it's better than what time we normally get on the road. Because we had to drive up to Newark, which is about an hour and a half drive. You know, we also had to pick up dinner because we hadn't done that. So, I mean, the drive is a pretty easy one, but it still takes time out of your day. We were going to stop at a place called Dickie D's, which is famous for their Italian hot dogs, which I had never heard of until I was watching a show on Food Network. And they were talking about these hot dogs that are fried with potatoes and like onions and peppers and shoved into a pizza roll, I think it's called, which is basically like bread baked in a pizza oven that's shaped like a pita. Sound like a good explanation?
I didn't know that it was supposed to be shaped like a pizza. I thought they
Pita,
had run out.
Pita.
Oh, a pita.
Yes.
But I thought they had just run out of rolls that night.
No.
Oh.
No, they had pizza bread. That's the way it's supposed to be.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Well, did you approve?
Yeah, it was delicious.
Yeah. So I guess the thing up there is these Italian hot dogs. There's a place called Dickie D's, which we went to, and there's another place called Jimmy something or other, who actually invented it, but they go back and forth as to who has the best. So we tried Dickie D's, and I mean, they were absolutely delicious, and I met some people that said that the other place is actually better, which, you know how that goes. Some people are fans of one or fans of the other.
But it sounds like a road trip.
Yes, I look forward to maybe on our next trip that we fly out of Newark, stopping at the other place.
Or maybe just for a cheat day. Drive up to New Jersey and get ourselves another.
I don't know if I drive. I don't know if I drive an hour and a half for Italian hot dogs.
So you're saying that it's good, but it's not an hour and a half of your life good.
Well, I can get the best Philly cheesesteak by driving an hour.
And I think I'd do that over the
That's what I'm saying.
Italian hot dog.
That's what I'm saying. But it was very good if you're in North Jersey, flying out of EWR. Make sure you check out Dickie D's.
Yeah, it was fun to take a detour, and not just head straight up to the hotel.
We stayed at the DoubleTree this time.
Yeah.
We were planning on staying at, I think it was the Hilton,
but
that just didn't work out because the buy reservations people emailed me that said the reservation didn't go through. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so we had to rebook, so I rebooked the DoubleTree.
I'm really glad we did, because I like the DoubleTree.
Yeah, DoubleTree was nice. I mean, we were only there for the night. It's not like we had an extended stay or anything. So in that situation, all you're asking for is a quiet room that's got comfortable bedding and, you know, things like that.
Well, it definitely had comfortable bedding.
Yeah, no, I definitely approve. It was clean. The room was quiet. I couldn't really hear anybody else. And it was, you know, reasonably priced, because you figure you're paying for parking anyway. So we're paying maybe like an extra $60 on top of that for the room. But what that actually is for the ability to get a halfway decent night's sleep.
Yeah. And the convenience of not having to drive right into the airport and having to park your car in airport parking.
Exactly. So for me, it's worth it. I mean, we always do the night before hotels.
Mm-hmm.
And I recommend that to anyone that has some distance to drive to the airport. I mean, if I was flying out of Philadelphia, which is probably, a half hour, 40 minutes away, I might not do it.
Yeah, that'd probably be the only airport I wouldn't
That would be the only one, but that's
for us.
Really close to us. So we had to fly out at...
Oh, wait a minute.
What?
There was something that DoubleTree offers everyone, and we got ripped off.
Yeah.
What was that?
The freaking cookies.
Yeah. We didn't get our darn cookies.
Yeah. I don't eat cookies that often, so anytime there's an opportunity for me to have a cookie, I want to take advantage of it.
And the guy right in front of us got the last cookie.
last cookie. And they told us I could stop back down, and I happened to need to run to the car, so I did stop back through, but I still never got my cookie. So they still owe me.
That was a shame. So if we stay there again, they owe us an extra
2 cookies. I want 2 cookies.
And we're going
to
tell them, too.
Yeah, 2 cookies. I'll tweet them. So, yeah, we had to fly out at... What time did we leave?
7:10, I think.
7:10. Our flight was taken off because it was due to land at like 11:45 or something like that. Which means we had to wake up at like 4 in the morning to go to the airport.
Mm-hmm.
You know, which we did, and we never had problems waking up.
Yeah, no, we're too excited.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm already awake.
Right,
basically.
And that's where it really pays off that we stayed the night before. You know. Because we're 5 minutes away from the airport at that point.
Mm-hmm.
You can't beat that.
No chance. Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say there's no chance of oversleeping, but, you know.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't have to take you very long to get up and run out the door if you were a little late.
Right. Right. So
but we didn't have any problems at the airport, right? That ran smoothly.
Real smooth, yeah. Yeah, super fast. It was probably, maybe an hour from curb to gate?
Yeah. You want to tell them the worst part, though?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, it would involve me saying, "Don't do it, don't do it."
Yeah. When we got to the gate, the plane was overbooked, which they frequently do, it seems, these days. But anyway, the flight was overbooked, so they needed 2 people to take the next flight, which would have been...
And there were 2 of us.
Yeah, it would have been a 10 a.m. flight, so we would have got down to Aruba 3 hours later. So we got down there 2:45 instead of 11:45, right? They were offering
$500
each credit, and your next flight would be in first class. So he who hesitates is lost, right?
Oh, we hesitated big time.
We hesitated.
How many times have we been to Aruba? You know, it's like, I mean, I always want to get there as quickly as I can, but I was like, but this is the earliest we've ever gotten a chance to arrive, and it's like the whole day. So I was like, don't do it. Mm-hmm. And I was like, maybe you should go ahead and do it.
Yeah, but by that time they had already filled those spots because
too little, too late.
Because that's a pretty good offer. So somebody...
I'd like to say when you snooze, you lose, but that one will come back to bite me.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, our flight ended up taking off late, too.
It did.
Yeah. So we took off late, so we didn't even get quite as much time as we would have liked.
It wasn't that. I mean, it was what, 12:30 or something like that when we arrived.
Yeah. I mean, that's still a good 40 minutes, you know. So when you're talking about the advantage of getting there early... the reason why you turned all that down.
Right.
Every minute counts.
True.
But anyway, the flight was pretty good. On the flight down, I had my drink coupons. I had a bunch of them. That's my One Happy Podcast tip to you all. Buy drink coupons. What I do is I go on eBay and I they're all over the place on eBay. So I just pick them up, whatever is the best deal. I only get as many as I think that I'll use because I'm not guaranteed to fly the same flight on my next trip. So I just buy what I need. And for this one, I think I bought 16 drink coupons. So that was 8 drinks down and 8 drinks back,
Mm-hmm.
So that worked out perfectly fine for me. Now, we weren't sitting together on the plane. I was sitting, we both had window seats, and I was sitting one row in front of you. And, we were in my row, we were partying, just throwing back drinks.
Mm-hmm. And I was sipping on wine, getting to know a little 18-year-old girl. I probably would have been throwing them back too. But no, she was only 8 years old. And she was a sweet little thing. But you're up there partying on the way to vacation. And I'm sitting there sipping on wine, talking to an 8-year-old.
Yeah.
Feels like my life in general.
But you had fun.
Yes, I did. I had a great time.
Yeah, she was really nice. She ended up being your buddy.
Mm-hmm.
So we landed about 40 minutes later than we had anticipated. But we picked up our bags right away. We went over to the rental car agency, which this time we used Amigo.
Mm-hmm.
And, that whole transaction was smooth. The car was out back waiting for us.
It was really quick because you just walk right across the street and they're right there. And the car was waiting for us. She wasn't extremely picky about how the car looked. No. I mean, she did go over it with us. Mm-hmm. She didn't even go over the fuel.
No. But we always bring it back with at least as much as what we got it with.
Yeah.
So Amiga was real smooth. I would definitely recommend them. I wouldn't say it was my favorite car rental experience that we've had so far. I think Optima still owns that flag, but it was right up there.
And I know, I'm sure it sounds picky, but I don't like that big, huge sign on the side of my car. It's just so tacky. And I know a lot of the rental agencies do that down there, but I don't think we've never had one that was like that.
No.
So of all the ones we've used, that was the first that did the large advertising.
Right, because I'm already against the V tags,
Yeah.
Which just tells everybody that you're a tourist.
Yeah.
I'm already against that because, although there is not as much crime in Aruba as there are on most other Caribbean islands, I just don't want to advertise the fact that, hey, I don't belong there. The V tags are bad enough, but then when you put a big old decal on the car, it just screams, take advantage of me.
Yeah, it does.
And I am not down with that. But all in all, the car was great. The air conditioning was strong. The radio worked. Had a car alarm.
Oh yeah.
Which
I set that off a couple times.
Right. But I would definitely recommend Amigo.
Mm-hmm.
So we picked up our vehicle and then we went to the grocery store.
Oh, wait a minute. We went to Don Pistacci
Don
first.
Pistacci, yes.
Because we were really hungry. We didn't eat a breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
We hadn't eaten since the Italian hot dogs the evening before.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
So we stopped off at Don Pistacci's.
It was a little bit late.
Right.
So I didn't get my pizza pistacci, which is my favorite.
Yeah, so we got some chicken pistachos.
Yeah.
They start, like a lot of places in Aruba, they start running out around 1 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't make it there before that, then you're not guaranteed to get what you want.
So it was just supposed to be a little snack to tide us over, and then we had to go to the grocery store.
Mm-hmm. Which we did. We picked up our supplies. At this point, I think the main things that we just have to pick up when we get there, in the future, are just water and booze.
Beer. Yeah.
Water and booze. Everything else is optional.
Yeah.
So
if we need it, we can always go back.
Right. So our future first stop, and toilet paper. So our future first stops at the grocery store will be very, very quick from here on out.
However, we don't even have to get toilet paper. I know I'm getting kind of, in depth here with the story, but we had leftovers from this trip, and I brought them home with us. So I'm just going to leave them in the suitcase and bring them back with me.
There you go.
So all I need is alcohol and water.
There you go. So we pick up our stuff at the grocery store. We hit the rental. Rental's great, like always. We've rented this place several times, and it just feels like being at home. And we had planned on going straight out to the beach, which would have allowed us to spend a lot of time there. Because at this point, it probably would have been, 2:30?
Yeah, the latest.
Yeah, so we would have been able to spend a good, 4 or 5 hours on the beach, which is awesome. Only problem is...
I fell asleep.
Yeah. Yeah, you fell asleep.
Well, it was really hot. And I took my luggage back to the bedroom, and I thought, well, I'll just lay down on the bed here and cool off for a couple minutes. 2 to 3 hours later,
Yeah. Yep.
you weren't very happy with me.
No, we hadn't made it to the beach, but I knew you needed your sleep, so I mean, I
had a tough work week prior to that.
Yeah. So
the thing that bothers me the most about it, and everybody that I work with knows how stupid I was tired. You wanted to get the $500 coupons, and I said, no, let's go so we can get to the beach early. And then I fell asleep.
Yeah.
Now, you've gotten mad at me about things before, but I don't think there's ever been something where I just literally said, wow, he had every right to be mad. But I swear I didn't do it on purpose.
I didn't get mad. I wasn't.
Well, you weren't mad, but you were a little upset.
Yeah, because I mean...
I heard about it for a couple days.
Yeah, it was, yeah. But anyway, I'm over that.
Yep.
But we made up for it that night because
we sure did. We had a great night.
Canada Day at Alfie's,
Yeah.
which we talked about a little bit in our last podcast. But I mean, Alfie's is just an awesome place. It's in town. Nice bar. The staff is awesome. The owners are awesome. The food is great. You know, I have no complaints about Alfie's really. I mean, in Canada Day, they're both Canadian, so it was like a magnet for Canadians, and locals were there too. Everybody was celebrating that day. Everybody was Canadian. We had on our red and white.
Yeah, we had our red and white on. We were ready to go. There's only one thing I can complain about Alfie's.
What was that?
I didn't get my poutine.
Yes,
I waited 3 months for it, and now I have to wait another 3 months.
Yes, but next time we'll be smart and
we're going to order a double.
Yeah, yeah, we'll pig out on poutine. We'll OD on poutine.
You know, I honestly never even heard of poutine before. We found Alfie's. And now I feel like every time I turn around, I'm hearing about poutine. Heard about it on the radio today. I was like, what the heck? They're just rubbing it in my face. Poutine. And I didn't get to have mine.
No, I'd heard of it before. I just never had it. It's one of those situations. It's like when you never see a white car on the road, and then you buy a white car, and then all of a sudden you see white cars everywhere.
Right.
Same thing with poutine. Once you were exposed to it, now you were more in tune with hearing about it. So it makes your ears perk up anytime you hear it.
Well, Amal, I can't wait to get back down there and have my poutine.
Yes. Soon. Won't be long. We'll be back. So, yeah, Canada Day, you went into the morning. Probably got home about, 1:30?
1:30, yeah.
Yeah, we got home about 1:30, so that's pretty cool.
See, my 2-hour nap helped.
Right. The next day was Sunday.
Yeah.
Sunday, and we had planned on starting the day at Arashi Beach, which we did. Arashi's always a favorite of ours.
Yeah, we
Sundays
like to
are
begin and end
cool.
at Arashi.
Yeah, but Sundays are particularly cool because a lot of times the locals will be hanging out there. So that's really cool. I mean, it's a beautiful beach, but then once that local vibe gets added, it just really makes it special. We hung out there for a while, but we knew we were going to do a dual beach day. So we were going to spend half the day at Arashi and half the day at Eagle. And in the middle, when we made our transition, I stopped by the New Way Thai to pick up Sunday barbecue, which is just an awesome deal. I think it's like $8 or something like that, and you get chicken, you get ribs, fried rice, corn, and something else. But it's delicious. It's enough food to feed 2 people or 1 person for multiple meals, unless that person is me, because I scarfed it all down. You know? Then we hung out at Eagle Beach. And, you know, that's always fun. A lot different than Arashi because you get space to spread out. There's not a lot of people there. So, there are locals there, but you don't notice it to the same degree. You know, and you don't see as many tourists there where we go. We go across the street from Chalet Swiss. One
other thing about Eagle Beach is entry to the water is a lot easier than on Arashi.
Definitely.
Arashi's nice because you can go really far out. So there's so much space out in the water for you to be able to be that nobody ever feels like they're on top of each other.
Yeah.
Whereas if Eagle Beach has a lot of people there, it's never that crowded. But if there's a lot of people there, you're all in the same location when you're in the water. But it's much easier to get in and out of.
Right. No, I love my time at Eagle Beach.
Yeah, I like watching the jet skis.
Yes, the guys that rent the jet skis are hilarious.
Yeah, they are. It's actually fun watching the people that rent them, too.
Yeah, you can definitely tell the difference between people that are comfortable on jet skis, and then the other ones that just put
We
out
do
there.
a lot of people watching.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's part of the fun of vacation is people watching. I can hang out in the water all day doing that. And then what did we
went to Urataka to get our pizza.
Yes, Urataka, which...
Because we hadn't had that in a while.
Right, so I always say that Urataka is the best pizza on Aruba. How do you feel now that we've had it recently?
It was good.
Mm-hmm.
It was a long wait to get the pizza.
They were very slow this time. They're a lot slower than normal.
It was close to an hour to get a small pizza.
Two small pieces, but yeah. Yeah, from the time we entered Urataka until we had our pizzas, I'd say it was about 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, it was.
But you're on island time, and sometimes you'll run into that slow service.
Yeah. I would say Bob's Pizza is really good.
Pizza Bob's? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Pizza Bob's, sorry. Pizza Bob's is really good. I don't think it's quite as good as Urataka, in my opinion.
No.
However, if I save an hour of time by going to Pizza Bob's, it's not that much better.
Yeah, well, you're not going to
because
save
it's
an
a
hour.
drive. Well, no, I mean,
unless they have it sit under a heat lamp waiting.
No,
for you.
I'm thinking, it's closer.
Okay,
to where we are.
Yeah.
So you save the trip down, and then you save the time that you had to wait at Urataka. So you could be saving yourself a good hour.
Cool.
And I'm not saying that it's so much better that I would give up an hour of my time in Aruba for it.
Right. So it'd be like if you were coming back up from Baby Beach or something.
It would be fine to stop in.
But as far as making the trip out and then back, not really worth it.
No.
I get that. So we grabbed pizza because we were going to Aruba Ray's comedy that night. And that's at the Marriott Stellaris. It's still going on for a little bit longer, but I mean, it's incredible as always. That night might have been the funniest show that I've been to.
Okay.
It was close. It's definitely in my top 5. And that was Pete Lee and Tony Woods and, of course, Aruba Ray. Mm-hmm. So that was...
2 of our favorites.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I personally think Pete Lee's hilarious.
Yeah.
You love Tony Woods.
3 of our favorites.
I like all of them, huh?
3 of our favorites. You can't leave Ray out.
Well, Ray goes without saying, right?
Yeah, I mean, I love the shows. The audience plays a big role in it. So as long as you have a cool audience, then that makes for a great show. But one of my favorite things is hanging out in the casino afterwards. I mean, sometimes the comedians hang out. Sometimes they don't. If they do, it's cool. If they don't, we still have a great time. Mm-hmm.
So that night when we got to the casino bar, there was a guy at the seat next to you at the bar. And we made a comment about how he kind of looked like Tony Woods. He didn't really look like him, but he dressed like him.
Yeah, they had similar style.
And then a couple seconds later, one of the waiters came by and walked up to him and thought it was Tony Woods.
Yeah.
I was like, so see, we were right.
Like he literally mistook
yeah,
him
he literally did. Yeah.
Tony Woods. So he finds out that he's not him, and we're all sitting at the bar and we just start chatting it up, and really, really great guy from Georgia. And Tony Woods ends up coming down, and the waiter's like, see, I told you look like him, which I thought was funny. So everybody ended up hanging out there, at least for a little bit of time. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, no, actually, we didn't see Ray that night.
No, we didn't see Ray that night.
We got our signals crossed. We were supposed to meet up, and we got our signals crossed, and we ended up in 2 different parts of the casino.
Yeah.
So.
We did see Pete Lee and his girlfriend, Emily.
We saw Pete and Emily. We saw Tony. We had fun hanging out at the bar, listening to music, talking, just having a good time.
Yeah.
Singing Bon Jovi.
If you weren't there, you missed it because we sang Bon Jovi live.
I'm sure they're all upset that they missed it.
I think they are. They're probably like, oh, damn, they really did? Wow, I wish I was there.
Yeah. But anyway, after the comedy shows in the casino, it's always cool. And remember, if you get the open bar, it continues in the casino until midnight.
Right.
Or so. Midnight or so. Because it never seems to end at midnight for us. The next day was Monday.
Did we go anywhere for food afterwards? Probably just Wendy's.
No.
I think it was
Wendy's.
I
think so. Yeah, on the way home, we stopped in at Wendy's. We can never stay away from Wendy's. I swear, I haven't gone to Wendy's more than 2 times in the past probably 20 years here in the United States.
There's something special about Wendy's in Aruba.
It's freaking weird. Yeah, they're open until late.
I don't know that that's the only special thing.
It's
because,
the only special thing.
See, we live right near Wendy's at Palm Beach, and the line for that drive-through, oh my God.
True. It's always like...
It's like 10 cars deep every
it's
time.
ridiculous.
Like, you have to kind of go around it just to be able to get out of that parking lot because the line's
ridiculous.
so long.
Yeah, you would think that they're serving up like, I don't even know.
I don't know. They got something good there. I haven't figured out what it is yet. That's why I keep going back.
I guess. But anyway, the next morning we wanted to wake up early because we were going to Palm Beach. And we wanted to get breakfast at Eduardo's because we hadn't been there yet.
Yeah.
So we did that. And
Eduardo's makes me feel like I eat healthy.
Yeah. We got our acai bowls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we both get those. And we camped out up by the Hilton, which is where we normally go. We didn't bring our chairs to Palm this time. We just rented chairs and umbrellas from those guys there.
Yeah.
We paid, I think, $27 for 2 chairs and an umbrella.
Yeah, not too bad.
Nah, not horrible.
The problem with that is I could get used to that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's an expense that you don't really need to spend. I mean, when you stay at a house, we have the chairs.
Yeah, we have chairs. Just didn't feel like carrying them.
We just didn't feel like carrying them down to Palm. It's a long walk, you know.
From where we park, yeah.
From where we park to where we sit down on the beach.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just convenient.
Very convenient.
But then you start to realize $27 for convenience, not so bad.
Yeah. Yep. No,
but you forgot when we went to Eduardo's, you stopped over at Scott's Brats because you wanted to say hi to somebody you knew.
Mm-hmm.
And he was having some type of a breakfast sandwich.
Yeah, yeah.
So then you had to go back to get the breakfast sandwich later in the week.
Right.
Was it as good as what you thought?
Yeah, it was delicious. Yeah, no, Scott's is top notch. This was my first time having the breakfast sandwich there, but no, it was delicious. Everything they serve is good.
Mm-hmm.
No complaints about their quality of food at all.
So we did go back. Yeah,
we went back to Scott's for lunch, as a matter of fact, that day.
I had an Italian beef I haven't had in a while.
Mm-hmm. I wasn't feeling great, but I had an Italian beef too. Yeah, you miss those things.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And I don't think we had one last time we were there.
No, we didn't.
Yeah.
I don't think the last couple times we've been there.
So it's been probably about a year since we've had that there. So it was awesome. We had just a relaxing day at Palm. I mean, we literally just vegged out on the beach from 9 in the morning until late.
5 or so, maybe
5
a little bit later.
Yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, that was cool.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you resort people
we
that
needed
are already there.
You know, like the day after getting there and all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it was definitely a welcome change of pace.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because we don't hang out at Palm all that often. Where did we end up for dinner that night? Solamar.
Solamar, yeah.
Yeah, Solamar.
Yeah, we always like to try at least one new restaurant every trip.
Mm-hmm. Well,
so this one we picked at least to do that.
Actually, you weren't feeling good that day.
I wasn't.
No, because we were supposed to do something else, but we couldn't go.
I don't remember.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we were supposed to go to the wine tasting.
Oh, yeah, I did. I felt like crap that day.
Yeah.
That was after the Aruba race show.
Yeah,
I did feel like crap that day.
Yeah, we probably hung out in the casino too long that night.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we ended up doing just a quiet evening instead, and that was at Solamar.
Mm-hmm. We got the cheese wheel.
The cheese wheel, so we got to see what all the hubbub was about. It was just okay.
Yeah.
I really didn't think it was special.
Yeah. And you know how you make those bad decisions? You know, we had done a lot of drinking the night before, and we were like, ooh, yeah, let's get something to drink. So we always like to try sangria everywhere we go. And we saw that they had sangria, so we ordered that.
Their sangria was okay.
It was okay.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
It wasn't. It was just okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's just our opinion. I understand some people love the restaurant, and you know, that's fine. But for us, it was just okay.
It was just okay. Mm-hmm. I don't need that much cheese and that much pasta.
No. I think if I had to rank my Italian restaurants, I would still have Azura as my go-to over Solamar.
Yeah. Don't let me convince you to get the cheese wheel at Azuro, though, too. Cheese wheel's a cheese wheel.
Yeah, probably.
It's cheese and it's pasta, and I don't need that much of either.
Right. Plus, there's just too many other...
Besides, oh my gosh, Azuro's what is it? The lobster risotto?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd take that over a cheeseburger.
So it was just a nice, relaxing day and evening because we just didn't feel like doing a whole lot that day.
No, and that was it. That was it for us for the night.
Yeah, we need to recover.
We called it an early night.
Yes. And then Tuesday we went back to Eagle.
We pretty much stayed in that little trio this time.
Yeah, we actually did no adventuring this time around. This was relaxation.
Was very relaxed.
It was a shorter trip than normal, too.
Yeah.
So
it's funny because we talk about it being a shorter trip, and it was only 1 day short, but it seems so much shorter. That 1 day just makes a world of difference.
Well, I'd say it's 2 days shorter because our first day we fell asleep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, wait a minute. We marked a new era.
A low.
The first time we ever actually were in Aruba where we didn't spend any time on the beach in one day.
First day, yep.
In any 1 day.
So hopefully that never happens again.
It won't.
Hopefully. But anyway, on Tuesday we went
back to Eagle.
Eagle and Don Pistache, which is
Now I got my pizza pistache.
Got your pizza pistache. How was it?
Everything I remember.
Yeah.
I love my pizza pistache.
Yeah, they're pretty good. I mean,
I think I could live off of them.
I like the chicken pistache.
Eduardo's for breakfast and pizza pistaches for lunch.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not the best lunch for me, but when on vacation, do what you gotta do.
That's right. We had the Eagle Beach food truck also.
Yeah.
So
we were making up for the day before.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean it's hard to resist the Eagle Beach food truck when you're so close to that. Because we park ourselves literally
50 yards away.
Yeah, 50 yards away from it. If that, that's probably overestimating. That Tuesday was the 4th of July, so we were going to the big beach party at Playa Linda. So we ended up leaving the beach relatively early that day because we wanted to get over there, get cleaned up, and get over there. There was going to be a beach party and the fireworks and everything. That was a catered event. The food was good. The people were great. Met a lot of really cool people. Saw the drone in action. Saw Christina's drone, and that was pretty cool. Took some cool pictures.
Yeah, I'm waiting for you to buy one now.
Nah, I think I'm going to hold off for a while.
A month or so.
But I had on my cool life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness Aruba/USA
Got to get
shirt.
one of those T-shirts. I think that's probably I love that T-shirt.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny because I was trying to figure out a way to combine Independence Day with Aruba. And every idea I had looked nothing like that. And then all of a sudden, it just popped in my head to do it like that. Mm-hmm. So it's life, and liberty is the stars and stripes, the word liberty. And the pursuit of happiness, and happiness is in the colors of the Aruban flag. Pretty cool. So yeah, the fireworks were awesome. We got over there probably about 7 o'clock maybe, so we ran a little bit late. We got over there about 7, hung out, mingled, ate, drank. Like I said, met some really cool people. And the fireworks were short, but they're pretty awesome.
Yeah, I just remember I videotaped pretty much the whole thing of the fireworks, and it was maybe 10 to 15 minutes long. It wasn't long at all, but just the feeling of being on the beach in Aruba. And I remember the barge was so close to shore, at least it seemed like it was so close to shore, as opposed to what you would see back here in the States. And the fireworks were beautiful, and I don't know, it was touching. I liked watching them on the beach in Aruba.
Yeah. No,
I would love to say we do it every year now. Hopefully we can.
Yeah, I mean, we can never really plan out trips that far in advance, but if it's between 4th of July week and another week, that'll be a tiebreaker for me, all things being equal.
Me too.
I think late at night we went to the taco. Well, no, late at night we definitely went to the taco truck.
Yes, we did.
Yes, and the food was great as always.
Great as usual.
I got the fish tacos.
But there was something special.
What was that?
The truck.
Oh, yeah, they changed the truck.
That
thing's updated. It's pimped out now.
That thing is pimped.
Yeah. So the aesthetics of the truck actually match the quality of the food now. I mean, it was a decent truck before.
Yeah, it was.
But now it's a really nice truck.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I opened up a food truck in Aruba, I would try and style it after that. It's kind of hard to explain how it was. It's like a public transportation type bus. Or no, is it like a short bus?
Yes, it's like a short bus.
It's like a short bus.
You know, it's like you just close up the windows and you drive away at the end of the night.
Yeah, it's like one of the short buses, but it's black.
But you could tell it was definitely really new.
Brand new.
Because everything was so clean and shiny.
Yeah. I like how, you know how when you open up the doors on a bus, the panels kind of fold open?
Yeah,
I like
and that's
whenever
where the menu was.
That's where the menu was. Really cool. Innovative. I dig it.
Always love the food on the taco truck.
Definitely.
Can't go wrong there. If you like Mexican, definitely hit the taco truck.
Yeah, it's a great way to end the night. The next morning, we were back at Arashi. Because that's always cool. Well, actually, I think we stopped off at Eduardo's and took our Eduardo's to Arashi.
Yes, we did.
Because that's what we enjoy doing.
Because it makes me feel healthy. You know, taco truck at night, Eduardo's for breakfast, makes it all go away.
That's right. They cancel each other, yeah. So, you know, we relaxed at Arashi all day that time because we had a meetup at Legends, which is really convenient for us because Legends is across the street from where we stay. So we had a meetup.
It's hilarious, though. We could walk there in 5 minutes, and it takes us 5 minutes to get there driving just to get across the road.
Yeah, but you gotta love the AC. The Legends is awesome. It's a brainchild of Scott and Leslie from Scott's Brats, and also Eduardo from Eduardo's Beach Shack. So I mean, it's bound to just have incredible service, and the food is great. It's a really nice place. It's decorated really nice. They did a great job on that. Yeah, we met up with maybe 12 to 14.
Yeah, there was a lot of people there. I mean, we've gone to other meetups before, and I don't think we've ever attended one that had that many people there. Maybe I just forgot.
Right.
But that was a really great meetup. There's a lot of nice people that we met.
No, I enjoyed it. Can't wait to do it again.
And you had a drink there. And after you had that drink there, I had to go back and have it again.
Yeah, the pickleback, which is
the pickleback
and pickle juice.
Yeah, and everybody you tell, everybody you tell about it, they're like, you know, or they're like, well, I like Jameson. Why would I follow it with pickle juice? It's really good. Yes. I highly recommend it, and I do need to try it with tequila because I think it'd be the perfect combination.
You can try it. Try it on your own. Give it a shot.
Yep. No, I'll just name it something else.
And then after Legends,
we met.
Oh yeah, Sherry.
We met Sherry.
Yeah, Sherry Pence, who I interviewed on the previous episode of the show.
We went somewhere before we met Sherry.
Where'd we go?
We went to see.
Oh yeah, we went to see Gabby.
We went to see Gabby from Aruba Hand.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, and you know, like every time we see Gabby, I end up buying something. And so you said to me, you know, you don't have to buy something this time if you don't need anything. I was like, no, there's really nothing I need. I don't want to get anything there. You know? So we're there talking to Gabby, and she's so much fun to talk to. She's got a great personality. And we're standing there talking, and then you go, oh, look at the keychains.
Is that what I said? Is that how I said it?
Yeah.
Sounded nothing
and
like
the
that.
problem is I'm a sucker for Aruba keychains. I get them all the time. I wasn't looking to buy. I wasn't looking at the product. And then all of a sudden it was like, keychain. And guess what?
What?
I bought it. I bought a keychain.
Yes.
So anyway, then Gabby said, oh, you're going to go see Sherry. Watch out for the Jell-O shots. And I learned why she said watch out for the Jell-O shots.
So whenever we met Sherry, you know, Sherry's little. She's a little lady.
Oh, she's so little. I mean, I'm like 5'10", so I'm tall as it is. And how tall would you say she is?
I don't know, maybe
4'8". Yeah, I was like 4'8". Because when I met her, I was like, oh my god, I'm like a giant.
She's adorable. So much fun.
She is. She's great.
And she is definitely an expert at making Jell-O shots. Things pack a wallop.
Sure do.
So yeah, we hung out at Matthew's that night. It was a karaoke night. You know, so we're drinking drinks and doing Jell-O shots.
There was another reason we were going there that night. So the little girl that I met on the plane, her name was Leah, and she was traveling with her aunt. And they stay at Aruba Beach Club. She told me that she likes to sing Michael Jackson and she loves to dance. And that she does karaoke. I said, oh, great. So I'll probably stop by and see you. So you had talked to Sherry a couple days prior to the karaoke night, and you asked her if she knew Leah and her aunt.
Right, which she didn't.
Which she did not, right. And you described them to her. And then, later that same day, she's like, guess who I just met?
Yes.
So anyway, Sherry told Leah that I was definitely going to be there. So I was definitely there looking forward to seeing Leah singing and dancing.
Yes, and Leah showed up and she performed.
She sang and danced.
Was full of energy and got the crowd going.
She sure did. Everybody
cool.
loved her.
Yes.
And I felt so special because I was her special guest.
Right. So, yeah, I mean, Matthews was really cool that
Yeah,
night.
we had a great time.
After karaoke, we ended up heading over to Ricardo's. Nobody was over at Ricardo's at that point in time. They were getting ready to close. So we were just hanging out there, just talking, getting to know each other a little bit better and conversing with the bartenders.
Drinking a couple drinks and
doing some more Jello shots. It was a great time. Yeah, I mean, there are honestly a lot of reasons for us to go down to Aruba that time of year again next year.
Yeah, we got to see Sherry.
That was it for that night.
That was enough.
Yeah, that was enough. And then we were back to Eagle Beach again the next day. And the Eagle Beach food truck for lunch.
I mean, if you've listened to these broadcasts, you know how much we really love the Eagle Beach food truck. But I have to be honest, it was just okay this time.
Yeah, there are some days that were better than others for me, but overall it didn't wow me like it normally does. Maybe we're building up an immunity to it because everybody else seems to still love it.
I mean, it's like the food's really good.
It is.
The price
Can't
is
be beat.
Great for the amount of food that you get.
Right.
So you can't knock it, It's a great deal and the food is good. But I think we've built up an immunity to it.
Could be. So maybe next time we'll not hit it so much because we were there probably 3 or 4 times this trip.
Yeah, we were. Yeah.
So.
And you know what they did? Like, they don't have the variety in.
Well, the problem is they run out of things.
Yeah.
So if you don't get there like when they open, then you're gonna get like chicken and fries.
Yeah, and that's what it was. It's like, there's fries underneath the chicken, and there's fries on the side.
Yeah.
Yay!
They still want to give you that volume.
I love my carbs.
Right. Well, you do. What's not to love about carbs?
I almost fell out of love with French fries.
Yeah, we OD'd a little bit. But our dinner that night was going to be at Barefoot. Now we had never been to Barefoot, but on my newsletter I had put it up to a vote. Which new place we should try.
Right.
And it came down. Well, Barefoot won.
Yeah.
Barefoot was tied with somebody else, so I flipped a coin and ended up on Barefoot. So since we love Quinta del Carmen, who is by the same people, we figured we'd love Barefoot. And well, how'd you feel about it?
I loved it.
Yeah.
Whoever voted for Barefoot, y'all made a great decision. It was really good.
Yes.
And the atmosphere is beautiful. I mean, like, you can't beat sitting, like, right there on the beach eating dinner.
Yeah. But we didn't opt for the beach. We sat
we sat above
patio,
the beach.
right above, yeah. Cause honestly,
we sat above the beach.
I'm not necessarily all about having my feet in the sand while I'm eating.
Me either.
No,
I don't like that my chair won't move because it's digging down in the sand.
Yeah, that too.
But the view is spectacular and the food is just as good as the view.
Yeah.
I had the zucchini lasagna. First time I ever ordered off a vegetarian menu. And it was so good. Like, you need to learn how to make it because it was that good.
No problem. And I had for an appetizer I had like a seafood puff pastry thing. And then for my entree I had a grouper with spinach and cheese and other stuff. But it was awesome. It's funny because I'm a steak guy. I'm a beef guy. I'm a beef eater. But seafood is just taking over my Aruba menu.
Yeah. I wish I liked seafood.
I wish you did too. So I could cook it more often.
But if I liked seafood, I would have missed out on that zucchini lasagna, and it was the best thing I've ever tasted. It was so
seriously
good. It was that good.
Oh, nice.
I loved it.
That's pretty cool.
Up until like the next night.
Well, on Thursday we finished off the night at Ricardo's with Sherry again. So it was cool to be able to see her twice.
I wasn't feeling well that night either.
No, yeah, that happened.
That's why I ended up going with the vegetarian dish because I didn't want anything heavy because I wasn't feeling well. So we went back to Ricardo's, but I just couldn't get into it because I just wasn't feeling that well.
Right. Yeah, it was kind of a low-key evening, to be honest. It was fun, though. I had fun.
Yeah, I had a great night.
But we just didn't really, get wild or anything. And then Friday, we were back at Palms.
Yay!
Palm Beach.
All right, you know what we got to do? $27. We go to Palm maybe 3 times tops, right? So we just got to decide that when we're on Palm, we're going to spend $27.
Yeah.
So we just, like $74. That's not much.
No.
So anyway, we were like dying to get back to Scott's. And I wanted to make sure that we got there early enough that they didn't run out because the things that people like the most tend to run out quickly at Scott's.
They don't start serving lunch until 11 o'clock.
Right. So we got there about, what was it, 1:30?
1:15, yeah.
1:15. Guess what?
They were already out of
So they were,
so
wait a minute. Let's go back through this again.
Okay.
So I don't know what it was that you ordered, but you ordered it with hot.
I ordered an Italian sausage.
With hots.
Well, hot sausage.
Yeah. And they said we didn't have any hot.
Right, they had the mild.
They had the mild.
You know, that's cool.
And something about it when they said that, I was like, uh-oh. I said, I'd like an Italian beef. We're out of Italian beef. I was like, oh, crap. All right. So then I looked at the menu, and I had already looked at it because something in my head said, they're not going to have your Italian beef. And I ordered what was it? Chicago hot dog?
Yes.
I think is what it's called. And she goes, nah, we're out of that. Actually, we're out of the hot dogs. I was like, okay.
What do you have?
Never mind.
Yeah, so we ended up not getting Scott's on that Friday, which sucked because I was really looking forward to it. But instead, we ended up, we should have just gone over to Pelican Pier so I could have my grouper sandwich, but instead we doubled back to Bugaloo, which was a lot closer to where we were situated on the beach. And Bugaloo is great for many things, drinks, entertainment, but
ceviche,
but honestly, I don't go to Bugaloo for their food.
Except for ceviche.
No, I don't go there for their food. So I ended up getting like some fried fish platter or something like that, and it was just okay.
Yeah.
You know.
I got a wrap.
Yeah.
It was okay.
Yeah, wrap's a wrap. It was sustenance.
It wasn't an Italian beef from Scott's. Let's put it that way.
Definitely wasn't the grouper sandwich from Pelican either. But lesson learned. Next time, get up there at, I guess, noon.
Yeah. Like, stop by at 11.
Right. Yeah. Just form a line. We'll eat breakfast on our way to lunch.
So anyway, yeah, we missed out on Scott's, but we had a great dinner.
Yeah. Well, we had a great day at Palm. I mean,
yeah,
just relaxing and spent a lot of time in the water that day.
Yeah, we did.
So that's cool. But
lounging around on our Papasons that day.
Yes, the Papasons. I love to float on the Papasons. If you don't have one, get one. Get one. They come in handy so much there. But we ended up going to Yemenja that night for dinner with our friend Ann. And that was the highlight. One of the highlights.
Aruba Mama.
Yes, that was one of the highlights of the trip. We ended up getting there at 8? Yeah. We stayed until about midnight.
Yes.
Well after closing.
Now, one thing about it, 'cause some people do like to linger at dinner,
which we don't.
We are not dinner lingerers.
I definitely don't like to linger.
Like an hour, that's good. An hour and a half, you're starting to push it. 2 hours, I got to get out of there.
I got to get out of there.
4 hours, and you know what? I could have stayed longer.
Yep, sure could have. Problem is, if we had stayed any longer, they probably would have had us sweep floors and things like that. Because those guys were aching to go home, I'm sure. But Yemenja's awesome. I mean, that was my first time there. I had the picanha, which I am a fan of. And Anne had the triple tail, which I had never heard of. It's a fish, soft
She
fish.
raved about it. She loved it.
Yeah, she loved it. Absolutely loved it. And it's going to be part of her normal rotation. She lives there part of the time. So Yemenja's going to be part of her normal dinner rotation. And you had
I had the stuffed zucchini.
Because you're vegetarian.
Yes. I was on a vegetarian kick.
The vacation vegan.
And that was delicious. You have to figure out how to make that too.
Was it as good as the lasagna?
It was really good. They were extremely different types of meals.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved them both. I couldn't say which one I liked better.
Cool. Glad you liked.
And then I opted for no dessert, but you did get dessert.
Yeah.
And we don't usually get dessert.
Yeah, it was some like berry and ice cream and cookie thingy that was delicious. I probably would skip it though next time just because I was full.
Did we had appetizers there, I believe.
Yeah, we did. I can't remember what it was.
No, but we did have appetizers.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe we double up on the appetizers next time.
That's the same result. I end up overstuffed.
But the food's so good.
It is. It really is.
I highly recommend it.
And normally
been there.
Well, normally here we just get things in the doggy bag, but on vacation that doesn't work for me.
It feels like every time we take stuff back with us,
It sits in the fridge.
it sits in the fridge and we never eat it. Yeah. No matter how good it is.
Yeah, so that just doesn't work for me.
No. So anyway, we were there until midnight. They were all very nice. I mean, they were cleaning up the whole place, but they weren't in any rush to throw us out.
No, we weren't getting
really.
glares or anything like that. No, they were extremely.
Back here in the States, you would.
Yeah, definitely.
But they were just so nice about it.
Door here in the States. But I mean, we got home late that night, obviously.
Yeah. So then the next day
was our last day.
Oh man,
Time freaking flew.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the Saturday. We were gonna spend our last day at Eagle Beach, which is pretty common for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we usually spend our last day at Eagle Beach and then the final morning at Arashi.
Yeah.
But we went to Eagle Beach and hung out there all day. Eagle Beach food truck.
That was food truck again.
And for dinner, we ended up going to Legends.
Yeah.
Because we were at Legends for that meetup earlier.
But we really didn't eat dinner. Yeah.
No, that was just apps.
Yeah.
So we went there for dinner this time. It was out of necessity because we didn't have much time because we were going to the comedy show again. So we didn't have much time. So we needed a place that was going to serve us good food and fast.
Mm-hmm.
So Legends fits the bill for. We went there and the
waitress
we
had considered
the
local store too. Yeah, we considered a couple places,
couple different
but
places.
we hadn't had really too many dinner options at Legends, and we wanted to try that.
Right. And, they delivered. They got us in and out super fast. The waitress was awesome. We both got the prime rib sandwich. It was good.
I got the French dip, and you got the
cheesesteak. Yes.
And we had picklebacks again.
Picklebacks and ceviche.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was a good choice for that night. After Legends, we went to Aruba Ray's Comedy, and that night, instead of there being 3 comedians, there were 5 comedians.
Yeah, so that was a good time.
A supersized show. It was a good time. I mean, it was Ray, Pete Lee, Mike Britt, who you probably saw on TV. You'd recognize him if you saw him, I'm sure. Adrian Iapolucci, whose name I probably butchered, but it sounded good, though, didn't it?
It did. It sounded real.
If she heard it, she'd probably be like, I don't pronounce it like that at all. And Nimesh Patel.
Mm-hmm.
And they were all cool. The sets were shorter because there were so many comedians.
Would you want to go see a large group of people again? Or do you prefer the smaller group?
I don't know. Honestly, the large group was really cool. But I think all in all, I probably would prefer the smaller, the lesser number of comedians with longer sets. Because it just takes some comedians a while to get into a groove. You get used to their style, and it just becomes funnier.
And just when they're getting there, they're ending.
Yeah,
I kind of agree.
So I think all in all, I would prefer 3 comedians. 5 was definitely too much. I think we've been to shows where there were 4 before.
I think so, yeah.
And that wasn't bad.
Yeah.
But
I think maybe that's the right spot.
I think 5 was too much.
Yeah. Unless, of course, they were to extend it and make it longer, and
right. Well, that would be different. But I mean, it was still a funny show.
Yeah,
I still
everybody was
really enjoyed
good.
myself. Yeah, and we ended up in the casino again afterwards.
But that was our last night.
Yes.
So we couldn't really drink a whole lot. No. Oh, and you know what happened? So we took our we didn't do the slot cash
the first
show. So we had that left over. And we went and we cashed in our one from that night, and then we tried to go back later and cash in the other one. And
they said you can't do that.
She said you can't do that. You only get one.
Yeah, I'm like, well, what do you mean? Is it once per day? Since we had done it earlier, maybe we can only do one. She said no, it's just once. Period.
That doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't make any sense.
I think she was just.
Yeah, I think she lied to me.
Yeah, I think she was talking talking out her ass.
Yeah.
But she looked at us like we were up to something
Right.
because she recognized us from earlier.
Right.
And it's like,
Lady,
but
we're not
like
breaking any
if you
rules.
have your ticket, it shouldn't matter when you saw the show.
Mm-hmm.
You should still get to play your slot clash again.
Definitely vacation. That
No.
makes no sense.
That makes
whatsoever.
no sense at all.
Yeah, I think she lied to me.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't like that.
Liar, liar.
Yes, but all in all, it was an awesome trip. The night out at the Aruba Race Comedy was great both times. The casino, the staff, and they're always treats us well. The bartenders, you know,
They're great.
they love us.
They're great there.
Because you take care of your bartender, and they'll take care of you.
Mm-hmm.
That's the truth.
And that's what's important, being taken care of by your bartender.
Oh yeah, and if by any chance the one guy who was at the comedian show, the former cop guy that was at his neighbor or whatever,
Oh God.
that wanted to be part of the show.
Yeah.
He was everything that you shouldn't be at a
comedy show.
Yeah, like the people on the stage are the professionals.
Yeah. Leave
You're
it to them.
not. You pay to see the guys on stage. You don't
Yeah.
pay to see the guy in the audience.
Yeah.
That's not funny at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, not cool. Not cool at all. But
You're not funny. You're not cool. You're not smart.
yeah, no, it was just annoying.
Shut up and leave it to the professionals.
Right. No, it was a great trip. Sunday morning, you know, we ended up getting up early. We were all packed.
Yeah, everything was done and ready.
Mm-hmm.
So we got up as early as we could and headed back to Arashi.
Mm-hmm.
That's like, it's almost like it's a different beach.
Mm-hmm.
That morning when you're leaving,
Mhm.
everything just is so much more peaceful, it feels like.
Yes.
And we
Very
got there, there was
peaceful.
only
We were
one other person there, and they
Right.
were out in the water.
Right. So yeah, you couldn't beat that. For probably a solid hour, nobody
Yeah.
was there. Yeah. Was that the day I met my buddy Perry?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Perry, who if I tried to pronounce his actual name, I would probably butcher it. Pericles.
Yeah.
I think I got the first name right. I won't attempt the last name.
He was Greek.
Yes, he was there with his family. He owns a famous pizza up in Connecticut. I think it'd be great for him to open up a second location down in Aruba. I think that would be awesome.
That would be great.
So, Perry, if you're listening, give it some consideration. So we met him and his family. You know, they were awesome. It was pretty cool. It's always cool to meet someone that listens to the show.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, he walked up to you.
Yeah.
And he said, "Are you Kurt?" And it was funny because you're like, "Yeah."
Well, I'm like, do I owe you money?
Like, I'm not sure I want to tell you my name is Kurt.
Yeah, so that was cool. We talked for a while.
Mm-hmm.
He was renting a house, the same as we do. And no, it's always cool to meet someone that listens to the show.
Yeah.
It's been happening more and more frequently now that now that the show's been growing.
Mm-hmm.
So if you ever see me down there, please do come up and say hi.
Yeah, we don't bite.
Yes. After hanging out at Arashi for a few hours.
Then you get depressed.
Yes, because it was back to the place to load up the car, which
Yep.
always sucks.
Mm-hmm.
And then drop off the vehicle at Amigo.
Mm-hmm. That went smooth.
That was smooth.
That was quick and easy.
Because they didn't give us a car with a full gas tank. So it didn't have to be topped
Yeah,
off.
we didn't have to be topped
It didn't
off.
have to be topped off. So that was cool. The check-in was fine. She came out. She looked at the car very quickly, noticed that everything was in order, and
Sent us on our way.
we were on our way. You know,
Mhm.
once again, it was less than an hour from the time we got to the entrance of the airport until we were at our gate.
Mm-hmm.
So that's always nice.
And that was
when you
a
can.
Sunday.
That was a
we
Sunday.
We weren't quite sure what to expect on a Sunday
Right,
because
'cause
we
we
don't
usually
usually
leave
fly out on
Mondays.
Sundays. Yeah.
But yeah, no problems there. Saturday, I don't think I would, risk getting there too late.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as Sundays, I feel pretty confident with 2 hours on Sundays.
Yeah.
That's pretty much everything. I mean, the flight
That
home
was
was
Uneventful.
Uneventful.
Oh no, we flew United.
oh yeah.
Yeah, that was
so,
interesting.
Yeah. Some guy got kicked off.
Yeah, he got kicked off.
Yeah, he didn't get dragged off. Though. That
Nah,
would've been
I had
cool
my
to see.
phone ready.
Right.
I was gonna videotape it.
Yeah, he was being a jerk because he wanted to sit next to his wife. So he wanted someone who was sitting next to his wife to move, not taking any not having any consideration for who
The fact that they might want to sit next to whoever they were flying with.
right. So I guess he got loud or whatever. I was unaware of any of this going on. I guess he was getting, a little bit amped up, so they asked him to leave, which then set off a chain reaction of fortunate events.
Yeah.
Because the guy that was sitting next to me, because I was in the middle, he was at the window, he was now able to get up and sit by his girlfriend. Which opened up the window seat, so I was able to slide over.
And we had 3 seats for 2 people.
3 seats for 2 people.
That was great for us.
So you can't beat that.
Yeah.
And also when you have
especially great when you had to sit on the runway for almost an hour.
Yeah, we took off late.
Because they had a problem with the air conditioning for some reason.
Yes, we took off late, but we had the 3 seats for 2 people, plus we still had 8 drink coupons.
Yep.
So it was like ghetto first class. It was a great way to close out a vacation.
Yeah, it was. Perfect ending.
Perfect ending.
To a perfect trip.
Yeah, so I mean, it was a laid-back trip. We didn't explore very much at all. We tried a couple of new restaurants, Yemenja and Barefoot and Solamar. We explored more of the Legends menu. There's still more to go on that, and we visited some old favorites like the Eagle Beach food truck, which maybe we have to give that a break. We revisited Urataka, which was
we
nice
need to give that a break.
Yeah. So next trip we'll have some sort of theme.
You know where we haven't been for a while?
Where?
Furman's.
We have not been to Furman's for a while.
So we got to get back there.
So maybe the next theme will be like all local.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
We can try that.
Yeah.
Although it can't be all local. Because I think we need to get back to Quinta del Carmen.
Yes.
And I definitely, Yemenja, Barefoot, I don't know. I don't know.
We'll figure
just have to look at it.
We'll figure something out, and actually I'll get you guys input on how we should theme this next trip down.
Okay.
Maybe I'll put everything up to a vote.
Ooh.
And let people
just remember, choose. I don't like seafood.
Yeah, that's what I think I'll do. Put everything up for a vote, and I'll let you guys plan out the trip. How's that sound?
Sounds great.
So I guess that's everything for this episode of One Happy Podcast, our recap of our July 2017 trip to Aruba.
Hopefully we weren't too long.
It's actually running pretty long, so I'm not going to waste any time getting out of here because it's over an hour, and we talked about a lot. But if you missed something, don't worry, because as always, I took the notes so that you don't have to, and they can be found at onehappypodcast.com/EP91. OneHappyPodcast.com is the flagship for all things podcast related, so please do head on over there and check it out. We got archives of past shows, the show notes for this and every other episode, blog posts, just all sorts of things. So make sure you head on over there and sign up for the newsletter, because that's a great way to have some input into how we do these trips, which people seem to enjoy. Survey questions, news articles, all sorts of things going on the newsletter. So make sure you do sign up for that. It's completely free. So I guess I don't have anything. Oh, actually, I do have something else. Follow me on Instagram at One Happy Podcast, on Twitter at Aruba, or at the Facebook page, which is facebook.com/One Happy Podcast. So those are all the places that you can get in contact with me. If you want to be a guest on a future show, make sure you do hit me up, and we can make that happen. But in the meantime,
hit the music.
Hit the music.